fellow R's, and welcome back to another episode of A View from the Loft with me, Block Scudze. And in this episode I am rocking the new lockdown lop. Had to go for a lovely mohawk for this one, just because why not? Well, I'm not going anywhere, so I might as well just do something crazy on my hair for a change. But anyway, in today's episode I'm going to be answering some questions that you guys have actually sent in to me since the first video dropped. And I must say I'm quite excited about answering some of these questions. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who has so far watched the videos, liked and subscribed to my channel. It really does mean a lot to me, and I hope to keep bringing you some great videos along the way soon. So with that being said, let's get into these questions. So the best goal I've seen this season, it's a tough choice, it really is. We've had some really good cracking goals this season down at Loftus Road / KPF. But the one that sticks out for me the most, I would have to say, is Bright Osayi-Samuel's second goal against Cardiff on New Year's Day in our 6-1 win against the Sheep people. Yeah, I mean, leading up to that game, Lumley had been getting so much stick because he'd been making a lot of errors and mistakes, but it was great the way he got hold of that ball quickly, saw Osei already on the run, executed it into him like perfectly, and then obviously Osei, does what Osei does best. He ran at the defence, cut it in before slotting it home, and I must say, the finish from Osei itself, it was some pure sexy football. So it goes without saying that there is a lot of talent in the Championship, and that is partly why I personally prefer being in the Championship and watching Championship football over Premier League. But so with that being said, I'm going to pick a Championship player that I think QPR should sign, and I'm going to cheat in a way. Because from the moment he signed for us on loan, I fell in love with him. And he filled me with so much happiness with his goals, and when we had to let him go back, I was absolutely devastated. So yeah, if you don't get it who it is just yet, maybe these goals will give it away. So yeah, as you can tell, it is Nahki Wells. I really wish we could have signed him permanently. He's scored so many vital goals for us this season so far, and I do think we have missed him in that department. But you never know, maybe one day. And Nahki, if you're watching this, I miss you, mate. Please come home. Well, other than Nahki, who I've just talked about, the other player who I would love to be able to bring back, who is still currently playing, would have to be Charlie Austin. Again, what a player, what a goal scorer. I mean, he was a natural born goal scoring machine for us, and scored some vital goals. So yeah, I mean, as we can see in this next set of clips, he was brilliant. If, however, it was a player who has retired, I would have to pick Sean Derry. I think his leadership and his experience would definitely keep the young Rangers squad in check at the moment. If he was in that midfield, he'd make sure they keep their feet on the ground and their head focused in the game. So this one is an easy choice for me. All day long, it would have to be Neil Warnock after what he achieved for us. That season we won the championship. I don't remember it ever raining or being like a miserable day. To me, every game was beautiful sunshine, and that whole season was nothing but pure joy. And so yeah, if he could come back and do that all over again, then life wouldn't be so bad sometimes. But I must say, I absolutely love Holloway as well. I love his passion for the club. And you know, his passion and his drive to get the team over the line and do it for the fans, you know, so he would be a very close second. I mean, maybe we could bring him back as an assistant to Warnock, but you know, yeah, it's Warnock all day long, and I don't think many people would disagree with that. I tell you what, this is a really good question. So, best player I have never seen live, which I would have liked to. You know, there is some obvious choices for most people. You know, Stan Bowles, Rodney Marsh, Phil Parks. But for me, and I've said it for many a years, the one player I would have loved to have seen play live was Gerry Francis. I've watched, you know, many videos and DVDs with my dad, you know, such as The Big Match, when like Gerry was a part of the team, and for me he was the Tarabat of that team, you know, back in the 70s. So yeah, he'd be the one person I'd love to, you know, see play live. You know, he was really skillful and got some great goals, and it's obvious as to why he's held in such high regard to the Rangers fans. So this is another great question, because there are just so many moments I would love to relive as a QPR fan, and some of those moments aren't even match day related, but you'll find out about that in another video soon, hopefully. But yeah, after the trauma of losing to Cardiff in 2003 in Cardiff, I would have to say the one moment I would love to relive would be Wembley in 2014. No real particular reason.
Well, Hoylett's got the better of Buxton. Puts it into an area. Keogh! Zamora! Unbelievable!
I loved every moment of that day, and even though deep down I was an emotional wreck, I loved, you know, hanging out at the pub before the game, you know, coming out into the stadium and seeing all the fans, and then obviously, you know, us winning it. I'd always said that I would never go to Wembley to watch a proper game of football unless it was to do with QPR, and thankfully that has happened, and thankfully it was the right result as well. I mean, it was just so emotionally charged, that game, that I mean, as soon as Bobby scored, I cried tears of joy. But you know, I'm not ashamed to say that. But yeah, that is definitely one moment I would love to relive as a QPR fan. So this question is actually easier to answer sometimes than what is the best thing about supporting QPR, and for me personally, it's where I live. It makes it really hard. Living where I do, and my mates, you know, I can talk about QPR to them and the championship, but they just don't get it the same way that I would, or another fellow QPR fan would. Especially as, like, you know, they support Newcastle, Arsenal, Orient, West Ham. You know, it's just really hard sometimes to, you know, get a point across when, you know, maybe we've got a really good draw and they're like great, but they don't actually sort of understand why I'm so happy about that. So yeah, it can get quite lonely. But after 25 years, as for getting, you know, smashed 6-0 or being in the butt of jokes, oh mate, that's easy to handle now. Like, you know, that's like water off a duck's back. So yeah. So when you're, you know, a QPR fan and you're really passionate and you know, you bleed blue and white, it's sometimes hard to like other teams. but especially those, you know, in the same league. But there are a few teams I look out for their results and hope they do well, because they are in the leagues below. Firstly, obviously, Wycombe Wanderers, because of Gareth Ainsworth. Ever since he's been down there, I've always looked out for them. I've also been looking out for Oxford now with Jamie Mackey. Looking out for Fleetwood because of Joey Barton and Clint Hill, and most recently Grimsby Town because of good old Ian Holloway. And because I live, you know, close to Southend, I look out and see how they've done. Usually really crap at the moment. But the one team I would go and watch if QPR aren't playing, or QPR when I'm not going, would be a local team to me, which is Billericay Town. And yes, as you can see here, I am wearing the shirt. But that's what happens when you get drunk the first time you go to a game and you end up stumbling in the club shop before full-time whistle. Yeah, don't know really how else that came about, but yeah, no, but it's good fun down there. You know, everyone supports other teams generally anyway, so it's not like I'm the only one going down there to watch them and cheer them on. But yeah, other than that, there isn't really any other teams that I like. If we had to talk about foreign teams, since their pre-season game at ours a couple of seasons ago, Union Berlin, what a set of fans. I love their fans. So energetic and passionate, you know, which is what I'd love for QPR to be like every week. And then Barcelona. I've always had a soft spot for Barca. But yeah, other than that, it's QPR. It's just QPR for me. So the simple answer to this is no. QPR has always been my team. I've always supported QPR. No other team. Contrary to the belief of the Barneses, yes, Eddie and Joe, I'm talking about you guys. I never supported Man U. I just owned a fake shirt when I was 6 before I'd even been to a QPR game. So it doesn't make me ever supporting Man U. But no, I've always been a QPR fan. The one question I was asked once though, of if I didn't support QPR, who would I support? I said it would have been West Ham, purely because of where I live, and a lot of my mates are West Ham fans. And back in the Upton Park days, when it was a real, you know, rocky and passionate ground, you know, I would have, you know, happily been involved with that, you know. And sometimes I look at the West Ham fans and see a lot of similarities between them and us, more so on the positive sides, not the negatives, because they moan like hell. But yeah, no, other than that, never considered supporting another club. It's always been the Super Hoops. Yes! Love this question. What is there not to love about P Block? I mean, I've got my seat is in the front row overlooking the corner flag. So it means I get an unprecedented view of the pitch. I can see it all. I've also got the metal wall, which means I get to start the songs with the drumming aspects part, and you know, add to that noise when we're rocking. And the people that sit around us, they're a great laugh. We have some really good banter with them, and yeah, I mean, we've had, you know, me and my dad have had our season tickets there for 12 seasons now, possibly more. The coronavirus is, you know, tinkering with the memory there, but yeah, we will never give him up for anything, because it's such a great view. We get a part of the good atmosphere, and of course we get to sing the song. Oh, with a P Block, with a P Block, with a P Block, Shepherd's Bush. But yeah, P Block's become like a second home to me now. So you know, as the saying goes, home is where the heart is. Well, my fellow R's, there you go. Some more questions answered, and I really enjoyed answering them questions. Yeah, if anybody has got any more questions and would like to see another type of video like this, please leave the questions in the comments in the comment section below. But yeah, firstly I want to thank everyone that sent in a question. I hope you like the answer you got. And obviously thank you to you guys for watching. And yeah, I mean, say we're still on the lockdown at the moment, so I hope everyone is still, you know, keeping well, following the guidelines by not going out unless it is for essentials or for exercising. It still sucks that we've got no more football at the moment, and I don't even know if we're any closer to getting an answer as to whether we're going to get any more football. But just keep going through, you know, all the Instagram pages and the YouTube channels. Yeah, you know, keep looking up the QPR stuff. Keep that smile on your faces. But yeah, so thanks very much for watching. And if you could, give this video a like. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. But other than that, as always, come on you R's.